you guys so much for coming out to knock on doors and making this last push before the election. We are so grateful to have your help.
You ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's go. We got a lot of work to do. Hi, my name's Joe Biden. How are you?
Oh, my God.
Pleasure.
We're out of friends.
I'm Joe.
If you know our friend Joe here.
How are you?
Oh, gosh.
Hey, what are you doing in my neighborhood?
Oh, my God.
How are you?
Hi.
Good
Oh,
to
my
see
God.
you. Now, do you guys vote by mail or do you go to the polls?
We go to the polls.
Last time I voted, the poll watcher I've known for 40 years asked for identification. You know, I live in a Republican territory.
So do we.
That's right.
Yeah, we're behind enemy lines.
What do you think the best way is for Democrats to flip districts like these that have voted Republican for a while?
Just literally be straight up and say, here's why I'm running. And I think if people think you are authentic and you explain honestly your perspective, they listen. Karina, this is Joe Biden, Vice President Biden. How are you, kid? I'm standing here with your mom, and your mom was telling me that you are determined to vote this time out and not let happen what happened last time. We need people in both parties with some character.
We need some civility, some collaboration.
Yeah.
We need to think about the nation and not the parties.
We're in a battle for America's soul, man.
That's right, I agree with that.
So, Mr. Vice President, every election, somebody tells you that this is the most important election of your lifetime, but this time it really feels like it.
You know, there's an invisible moral fabric that holds up all societies. And it's based on decency and common purpose and giving hate no safe harbor. But the way in which there is this phony populism saying if you got a problem, it's because of the other, it is so divisive. And the American people know it. And look, our silence is complicity. Our kids are listening.
Hi, Alan Pitt.
Hey, Alan, good to see you.
I saw you all the time on TV, but now it's
Thank you.
it's my
Thank you,
reality.
Do all vice presidents have to call their wives mother, or is that just the current one?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that.
Some future
Hey,
voters.
man, what's your name?
John,
Good to see you, pal. How old are you?
11.
My dad used to say you only got one important job. Take care of your mom. Not a joke.
So election's around the corner. What's your final piece of advice?
The Democratic Party has to stand for something. We have to demonstrate who we are, not just who they aren't, who we are. And we know how to do this. If we walk around with our heads like, woe is me, man, we have such a problem. My Lord, man, no, I really mean this. I'm more optimistic about America's ability to lead the 21st century than I've ever been in my whole life. And it's time for us to pick our heads up and say, this is America, damn it. Every time I walk away from my grandpa's house up in Scranton, he said, Joey, keep the faith. And my grandmother would, no, Joey, spread it. As my grandfather would say, Joey, keep the faith. He'd yell, Joey, keep the faith. My dad used to have an expression. As my mother would say, God love you, dear. Keep the faith, man.
All right, you too. Really glad to see you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for teaching us how to canvas. We were not good at it. We learned a lot today.
You know, my grandfather always said, always canvass with Biden.
Good to see you. Get out there and vote. Get out there and vote.